even have the decency to fly a Eureka flag above the graves of these 23 men who are buried here in this mass grave for fighting for our rights and liberties 160 years ago. And let's not forget that 2 days after these men were shot dead, their comrades lifted their coffins and walked through the military, who were standing shoulder to shoulder with their bayonets drawn, and came here to bury their dead. So when we see the Victoria Police, who were formed in 1853, attempt to intimidate us today, it highlights the hypocrisy of this country. Not one flower, except some plastic flowers from last year. No flag. This is the 160th anniversary, not the 159th, the 158th. $350,000. I'll be writing to the Ballarat Courier about this. This is disgusting. This city should hang its head in shame. And what our presence here does is it highlights how important it is for us to come here every year and honour their sacrifice. They didn't die for country, they didn't die for God, they didn't die for Queen or King. They died to protect the inalienable rights and liberties they believed they were born with. A story we have forgotten. They died so the people around them could live better lives. A story which this society has forgotten. And they want us to go away because we shame them. We shame this city. We shame the people of this country. Our presence is a visible reminder how important these men's sacrifice is to us. It's just extraordinary. I am so angry. The least I expected was a flag. They can't say they had no money. $350,000 for what? To hear the Prime Minister, you know, send a telegram or something, or an email these days. It's extraordinary. Now when you look at this monument, 160 years later, the Eureka Rebellion story is a story of denial. If you look at the engraving, which was engraved in 1856, when the memorial was erected, through public subscription, not through government intervention, but public subscription. It took the people of Ballarat 30 years, till the 1870s, to set up a memorial for the graves of the soldiers, which we'll see in a minute, because it was such a shambles, they were shamed into doing something. If you look at the inscription, sacred to the memory of those who fell on the memorable 3rd of December 1854 in resisting the unconstitutional proceedings of the Victorian government. And when you go to the other memorial, keep that in your head, unconstitutional proceedings of the Victorian government. When we go to the Soldiers' Memorial, it's interesting to see the inscription on that memorial and see how the debate about history is a living, lifelong debate that we need to be involved in on a daily basis. Because if we're not involved, they will bulldoze this away in 30 years' time. They will forget what's happened here. And since 2002, we as a group have come here, some of you are new, some of you have been here for the last 13 years, to mark their sacrifice. And when we walk out of this cemetery, we hold our heads high. And irrespective of a police presence, we stick together and we walk back to the Museum of Australian Democracy at Eureka to look at the Eureka flag. But the important thing is to stick together and not straggle, because people tend to get tired. And we want the cars to follow us for the whole way. Now, I don't want to say any more. I'm just so disgusted, but I'm so pleased to see the Eureka flag flying. There's only one problem. It's made in China. Beth, you have failed. I said to Beth, get us the Eureka flag. Because I expected this today.